So today I wanted to talk about ADHD. We hear a lot about that, and there's a lot of stereotypes around ADHD and a lot of misperceptions and everything. And today I hope that I can help clear some of that up. So let's take a dive into what is ADHD and what it isn't. So join me today. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder. If a child has ADHD, it is not a sign of the kid being bad, lazy, or even poor parenting. For about 20 years or more, probably more actually, was in early childhood development. For many years, I ran a daycare center. I was also a pre-K teacher. And let me tell you, the amount of times that I have heard people say, oh, that kid, they're just horrible. They're bad. They just need, I've even heard other teachers say this. That kid just needs a good butt whooping from their parents. That'll set them straight. No, it won't. Not if they have ADHD, because they're not being bad. They don't need a butt whooping. I'm not going to get into should you spank, not spank, or any of that. But that is not going to make ADHD go away. That is not the cure-all. So, now that we have gotten that out of the way here, let's take a look at what does the DSM-5 even say about it. And the DSM-5 TR, it classifies ADHD as being based on persistent patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that begins in childhood, and usually early childhood, almost always. And it will interfere with daily functioning. Kids and adults with ADHD can, though, absolutely live full, successful, and normal lives with, and that's the key, the right support. Without it, their lives are going to be so incredibly difficult for them. It's not something that they can just snap out of and pull themselves up from their bootstraps to deal with. If only it were that easy with a neurodevelopmental disorder, but it's not. So it can even affect, without the right treatments, their school life, their home life, their work life, and even relationships. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's, like I said, not because they might not try. They try probably harder than people without ADHD because they have to. But it's really difficult when you have ADHD without the proper treatment. It's like climbing Mount Everest for them. You might see them fidget. You might see them being restless. You might see them talking excessively. They can't sit still in school or at home. They're going to have trouble maintaining their focus, being organized and staying on task, following instructions, or even remembering details. They might interrupt people when they're speaking and acting without thinking. They have trouble waiting their turn. That's all part of ADHD. It's normal behavior for them. They cannot help it. And no matter what people might try to say differently, medical science and psychology always has proven them wrong when it comes to that. And society could really benefit from learning from those that are in the field that have spent years and years researching this. So, what is the treatment then? We've talked about what it is, what it isn't. Well, the treatment for it is very multifold. So medication-wise, usually stimulants will help. They tend to usually be the most effective, such as amphetamines, methylphenidate. They have the largest effect sizes in psychiatry, not psychology. Non-stimulants like clonidine, guanfacine, atoxamitine. Those are helpful when stimulants aren't tolerated by the individual. Behavioral therapy has also proven to be very beneficial. That includes parent training, cognitive behavior therapy, and skills-based coaching, such as learning how to be organized, learning time management, all those things that you need to be successful in life. School supports. All schools are required to have an IEP or a 504 plan for anyone in special education. So if your child has ADHD, don't hesitate to reach out to the school for those tools that will benefit and assist your child to succeed in school. Modified assignments, movement breaks, maybe like every 15 minutes, let them walk around or something, just to burn off some of that energy so that they can settle back down and concentrate again. Preferential seating can be helpful in school. Behavior plans, as well as lifestyle support, such as having a structured routine that is so crucial for any child and even in adults with ADHD, because they thrive by having that structured routine. Make sure they have a good sleep pattern set in place and be consistent with that. Maybe make sure that they have a shower before bedtime or a bath, maybe some nice lavender body, shower gel or bubble bath or something to help kind of calm them down, and stick to that bedtime routine. Regular exercise, again, that's so important for all of us, and especially if you have ADHD, because you've got to burn off that excess energy. Visual schedules, again, that way they can just see and refer to that visual schedule. That can help all of us sometimes, even if we don't have ADHD. Think about that, and especially if you do, it's extremely beneficial. And assistive technology. If your child, again, has an IEP in place, then assistive technology could be extremely, extremely beneficial. And those sort of things should be covered. So it'd be hopefully, no money out of your pockets, because a lot of that stuff isn't cheap at all, but it's so worth it to have your child be the best that they can be. Or even if you're an adult with ADHD, it could really benefit you too, maybe in some areas. But can people with ADHD live normal lives? Absolutely. Like I said earlier, they sure can. ADHD, of course, persists into adulthood. It's lifelong. But many people develop strong coping strategies, and that can lead them to leading extremely successful lives. It doesn't have to hinder that. A lot of times they're very good in creative fields as a career, entrepreneurship, even STEM, arts, education, even, and leadership roles. They can still struggle with organization or focus, of course, because, like I said, it is lifelong, but treatment dramatically improves functioning for them. So, if you have that or someone you know has that, I hope this can be incredibly beneficial for you. Or even if you don't, I hope it will still help you to learn the true facts about ADHD and not just believe the stereotypes that are abounding and are enormous when it comes to ADHD. Because almost all of that you hear is not true. Take care, and I will see you next time. I love you, but more importantly, Jesus loves you. See you next time.